Hello everyone, welcome to stream. It's about time that we got back to breaking the internet one game at a time. And this time around, how about we do something funny? This year's merged Maestro. And it is apparently a merging roguelike, which I think is pretty cool. And so if you think we can break this game out of the water, please like, subscribe, do all of the things down below, because we're almost to 250 subscribers. And with the sub goals down in the bottom left, cheers. And let's see how this game goes. Looks like we're starting on chill. This reminds me of Balatro, actually. This is the same general chill. Enemies have no abilities, yellow board, level 3 tokens can show up in your queue. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Let's go. Buffs are temporary and only last until the next attack. Improves are permanent. Hello, you look new here, so I'll give you a few hints along the way. If you find me annoying, though, just go into options and disable me. I am not gonna disable you. Anyway, let's get started. Tap the board on any square to place a token. Okay, let's go here. You know, that was so good, why don't you do it again? Okay. Now drag one on top of the other. They do not need to be next to each other. Oh, hey, that's pretty sick. And now they merged, okay. Amazing, you created a level 2 token by merging 2 level 1 tokens. You can only merge tokens that are the same. Merging 2 will create a higher level token. Placing tokens and merging tokens each use an action. You have 4 actions every turn. The counter on the top left shows you have 1 action left. Below the board you can see the queued token, which is placed the next time you tap the board. Tap the board. Okay. Enemies spawn at the end of every turn during a wave except the last one. The wave bar tracks your progress during a wave. Enemies have health. You will need to deal that much damage to each of them. Thankfully, your tokens do more than just look cute. You can see your current set of tokens in the bottom right. The most basic are level 1 and they go up to level 8s. Don't know why the 8 is like that. Tap it to see what they do. Okay. They each attack 1 when they appear. So when they're placed or merged, I think they deal 1. Nice. Which is whenever you place them on the board or merge into, there it is. By default, your tokens always attack the leftmost enemy. At the start of your run, all of your tokens are the same, but you will gradually get more powerful ones. Here, I changed your level 3 token to a sword one. To a better one, a sword. From now on, whenever you place a level 3 token or merge a level 2 tokens, a sword will appear and attack for 5. Ooh, hoo, hoo, that's sick. Alright, that's all you need to get started. Keep placing and merging tokens till the end of the wave. Well, okay, so these only require 2 damage, and then I'll just place down more. Okay, next wave, and now it... I'll just merge. There we go. And dang it, I had to. Okay, so let's merge these and these. That was overkill. What? Okay, so I'll just do that. Fun. And I'll just place 2 more. Wave 2. Oh, a shop. This is the market. At the end of every wave, you'll get to choose a new token to replace one in your set. Each token in the game is unique, so read them carefully. Each token tells you which level it is. It will replace it by the blue number in the bottom. Higher level tokens are more powerful. When you choose it, all tokens of that level on the board and in the future will turn into that token. You will also accrue rerolls, which you can spend to reroll the entire market if you don't like them. Nice. Your starting basic tokens are weak. Replace them with stronger ones. Okay. So it looks like we have 2 that can replace 1s. Jigsaw, merge, buff the new token by 2. Okay, so Jigsaw, every single time a Jigsaw is merged, it buffs the new token by 2. Hole, when it appears, destroy an adjacent token to attack for 5. Ooh, that's actually pretty nice. In the school, whenever a higher level token appears, attack for 2. I'll take the jigsaw. Okay. Oh, and it even shows you all of the keywords. So buff, increase the attack of a token temporarily until the next time it attacks. When it merges with another, the effect triggers. And the token that appears, and that happens when you merge. Okay, I'll choose jigsaw. Interesting. So you're saying if I, oh, you can tap them too. So if I did that, it would buff the 2, dealing 3 damage. Nice, okay. We deal pretty decent damage here, actually. Oh, they don't deal damage on place now. Okay. Nice. Then I guess I'll just play the sword and deal. Okay, it's up to wave 3 now. This token has a destroyed effect. These tokens don't trigger when they appear, but when they are destroyed. To destroy them, you need to pick a token that specifically destroys other tokens, like the freaking black hole. Or some enemies' abilities will also destroy them. They have powerful abilities, but are useless if you can never destroy them. Interesting. Honestly, I'm going for a heavy buff thing here, so I think wrench is pretty nice. It's because what I'm seeing here, the 3, I merge and do that. I merge that, deal 8? Frickin' hell. Okay, wave 3. Let's see what we got. It's so shiny! This token is upgraded. Upgraded tokens are twice as effective. Every token in the market has a chance to be upgraded. The chance gets higher as you play through the run. So sometimes it's even a good idea to pivot to an entirely new strategy around an upgraded token. Fun. Okay, telephone, up here. If there are less than 4 enemies, attack 1 twice to all enemies. Alien, passive. Whenever an adjacent token with a destroyed effect is destroyed, it turns into it. And horn. And 4 is horn. Buff the queued token by 8? Honestly, I mean, the one I play immediately isn't really good, so I'll switch to telephone. Hey, you're doing pretty well. To beat the game, you have to survive and beat the boss at the end of wave 15. Oh, okay. And if all 4 enemies slots are ever full and a new enemy needs to spawn, the front enemy attacks you and you lose a heart. Lose 4 hearts and the game's over. But don't worry, you heal 1 heart at the end of every wave. That's very nice. Good luck. Gee, thanks. This is on up here. If there are 4 less enemies, attack 1 twice to all enemies. That's pretty nice. And this is the 2. So I'll place these on the field. Okay, so now there is currently 3. So here's the first thing. So the first thing I'm gonna do is merge these 2, deal 1. These 2 deal 1. Then merge these 2, and it wipes the board. Very nice. I'll hit you and drop a few jigsaws, and I guess I'll combine these and hit it for 3. Very nice. Oh, time to pick a new power. At the start of wave 5 and 10, you get to pick a new power. These can be either strong effects that boost you as soon as you pick them up, or continuous persistent abilities that affect your tokens for the rest of the game. You don't get any rerolls, however, so choose wisely. Okay, let's see what we got. Bomb Squad. Change your level 6 to Dynamite, and your bombs will appear Your bombs and dynamite trigger on appears well. Artist, after 4 turns, transform the queued token into something random or smartphone. Change your level 2 into a mobile phone. The mobile phone trigger passive abilities in their row or column. My number 2 is the telephone, which is really good. So I think I'll take Bomb Squad. Oh, okay. Bomb, destroyed. Attack 1 to the first 2 enemies. And for all bombs destroyed this game, it gets +1 attack. And dynamite, destroyed. Attack 6 twice. Has multi-strike for each dynamite that... Okay. This token has a destroy effect. This can be particularly good at destroying tokens that have destroy effects, but be careful not to accidentally place them near higher tier tokens, otherwise you may accidentally destroy them. So, this has a that has a destroy effect. And Jigsaw is good. Let's look at 5 and 6. 6. Adjacent tokens with passive or countdown abilities have +4 attack. Passive. It seems I don't have any passive. And Taxi. At the end of the turn, attack 4. Exhausted if not in a corner. What does exhausted mean? It does not trigger if it's not in a corner. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'll take the hole, actually. And there we go. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna merge these two. These. Deal 4. Okay, so that wipes. I'll place the hole down. Hole again. I can place, you know what, I'll place the telephone and then merge the telephone into a knife. And then I'll place down another hole. That'll wipe the 4. But it will deal decent bits of damage. And now I'm gonna merge these and it hits it for a decent bit. It's gonna turn to a 4. Place down a hole. And then merge into that. Okay, wave 5. So we got Tooth, appear. Buff an adjacent token by 8, then destroy it. Oh, okay. So the 2 will buff an adjacent token by 8, and then immediately destroy it. Minimart, passive, cannot be destroyed by your tokens or powers if it would attack 3. Ooh, that is really good. So I'm gonna fuse these together, kill that. Then place this here, place down a phone here, and then the hole to destroy the other hole. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to protect it. Ooh, that's sick. That is sick. Okay, so destroy an adjacent token and attacks for 5. Oh, okay. That's fun. I like that a lot, actually. That's really good. Okay, so I'll place down one of these, and then I'll place down this. It'll hit the board for a decent bit. Then destroy 1. Attacks for 5. Fuses 2. Hits the board. Awesome. Destroys, attacks for 5, and murders. Swings, hits for 3. Okay. That's really good, actually. Okay. This token has a merge effect. Merge effects trigger when the token is merged with another. Merged tokens that attack will always attack with the highest attack of the tokens merged. Some merge effects will buff or apply effects to the new token that it merges into. Okay, so I have it 2. So that is a 3. A pure attack for 5. A pure attack 2 to the first 2 enemies. That is decent. I think I'll take slots, since I don't have anything on 5. So, I mean, I'll place down these, and move you over here. Then, protected, so now I'm gonna drop 1 here. Protected, deal a decent bit of damage. Then drop here. That deals damage, that's nice. And then hits for some, hits for more, and wipes. Perfect. Alright, so this is actually really good. Okay, 4. Appear. Attack 4 and buff the Q token for 4. Equal to the... Oh, and buff the token equal to the damage dealt. Okay. Toolbox. On merge, trigger the appear and destroy effects of the new token twice, then destroy it. Okay, so what do I have on 6? Dynamite! Okay. I have to take this. Because this just says... Oh, okay. Here's some general tips for you. If you're unsure what a token does, tap it to bring its info. If you want to see what enemies are spawning during the wave, tap the wave icon. Alright, 6. So let's see what we got. Okay, so snakes and sharks and dinosaur. Okay. So here's what I think we can do. 4 cannot be destroyed. When I fuse 2 of those together to get toolbox, and when the toolbox merges into dynamite, it'll attack for 6 twice. Twice. Okay, so let's just fuse these together. There we go. So now I'm gonna hit you for a decent bit, and then I'm gonna hit all of you for a bit, then fuse these into a sword, and then fuse, that's just gonna deal 5 damage. Okay, never mind. Toolbox, perfect. So now we fuse into that. Attempt to destroy it, it doesn't work. Then drop one you here. Wave 9, let's see what we got. Okay, crystal ball on 8, buff. Destroy. On destroyed, buff all tokens with a destroyed effect in your set, wherever they are, by 3 for each crystal ball destroyed this game. Okay. Oh. So it buffs every single... Whoa, that's actually really nice, but it's at 8. Factory, passive. At the end of your turn, create a hole. And demon, appear. Destroy the lowest adjacent token and attack 1 twice to all enemies. I'm taking this over the hole. Because it might attack 1 twice to all enemies, but that's just good. Very nice. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is fuse these into this, then this, and then this. Bang! Wipes the screen. That's so good. And hits protected, doesn't happen. Phone. Awesome. Okay, let's see what we got. Smartphone. Upgrade your level 2 to an upgraded mobile phone. Your mobile phones retrigger passives in their drone. Your tokens with destroyed effect have an extra 10 attack. And whenever a token can... Yeah, I'm taking the garlic. And let's see what we got. Bus stop. Passive. At the end of turn, attack for 0. What? That doesn't do anything. And plain. Passive. Level up your queued token by 1. Exhaust if not in a corner. Luggage. On destroy, trigger the appear effect of an adjacent. I cannot take that over Mini-Mart. I'm a reroll. Rainbow taxi. At the end of turn, attack for turn. At the end of turn, attack 4 twice. Exhausted if not in a corner. And candle 1. On destroy, attack for 20. Holy hell. Let's look at this. 7. 3. Key on 5. On appear, attack for 3, then permanently improve all keys attack by 1 wherever they are. Fun. Vampire, attack for 20. On destroy, create a bat. A bat is on destroy, create the level 7 token. So the vampire creates even more bats. However, I'm never going to get past 6 because of the toolbox, which destroys the dynamite and attacks for 16. Are you shitting me? Clapperboard. Destroy, buff the Q. Nah, reroll that. Okay. 7. Appear and destroy. Level up 6 random lower set tokens. 8. Appear, buff your current set, and 6 is printer. At the passive. At the end of turn, create the cube token twice. Yeah, nah, I can't take that. Drums. Passive. Your level 1 tokens trigger twice more. Jesus. Reroll that. Bike. Appear, attack twice. Attack 1 twice, exhausted, not out of corner. No, I'm just gonna skip. I think we're doing really well with our current build. Knife and face. There we go. Okay, that's a lot. Let's fuse these into a knife. Fuse the knives into the house thing. Place this thing. I'm going to take damage there. That sucks. Attempt to destroy, it doesn't happen, hit the board. Attempt to destroy, doesn't happen, hit the board. Fuse into a knife to kill. Then attempt to destroy, doesn't happen, hit the board. Fuse into a knife to destroy. Attempt to destroy, hits the board. Jesus. Attempt to destroy, doesn't happen, hit the board. Hit that for 1. Transfer, hit the board. Attempt to destroy, doesn't happen. Okay, wave 11. Whenever a higher level token appears, attack for 2. And the broomstick on 2 instead. Merge. Give the new token +2 multi-strike. Let's reroll that. Honestly, I'll take drums. Perfect. Okay, so now we can place this, and then merge into a knife. Nice. Merge into a building. Hits for 2. Attempt to destroy, doesn't happen. Hits them both for 2. There we go, now I have to deal some damage to them. Infuse, fuse, hit for 1. Okay, so we're doing really low amounts of damage, which is not the best. And transfer, and fuse into a knife. Okay, attempt to destroy doesn't happen. Fused. Okay, just fuse those. Attempt to destroy doesn't happen, hit the board. Okay. This is a really, really good board. Like, an obscenely good board. Destroy doesn't happen. Okay, good. Attempt to destroy doesn't happen. Wipes the board. Fine. It'll destroy and hit for 5 anyway. Then I'll fuse over here just so it can deal some damage. Okay, 12. I need to get something... Okay. Passive. Adjacent appear effects trigger again. I'll take the motorcycle because that is better than what I think we can do on board at the moment. Okay, so destroy, knife. Okay, so let's start fusing. Okay, for a knife. Okay, and there we go. Frick. Okay, got it. So toolbox is ruining my build right now. Because that forces a destroy clause to hit the stack, which is not ideal. I can hit the entire board for a decent chunk of damage. Okay. Okay, wave 13. I need to get something to replace 5? 5. No. No. Basket plus. Retrigger the appear effect on all non-basket tokens twice. Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that every single freaking day. There we go, and there we go. Wait, what? Oh, that's on appear, frick. I mean, it's decent. It does wipe. Okay, so I'll now destroy that. Look up. And now fuse into those. Fused. Fused. And damage. Hits that. No, hits that. Okay, so it'll always attempt. So this hits the lowest adjacent tile. So as long as it's 4. Okay, so as long as it's 4, it's pretty decent. Okay, so when I fuse these together... So I'm gonna drop this here and protect it. Drop this here and protect it. Okay. And then I'm gonna just place this here and protect that. Place this here and protect that. Okay, then I'll fuse these, deal damage, hit that, it's protected, hit it for damage. Okay, then fuse this to deal the board damage, attempt to hit that, it doesn't work, as I thought. Okay, then fuse that to hit the board again. Wave 14. Okay. See what we get. Oh, 5 has a much better one than that one. This is appear, destroy, and merged, attack for 17. What? Attack for 17? Honestly, I think baskets suck because of that. That just hits for so much damage. Jesus. Hit them. Fused into a knife. Fused into a knife. There we go. And now we can drop this here. Drop this here. Drop down the knife. Fuse this away. Hit the board for a bit. And hit the board for a bit. Fuse together to get the phone. That's nice. Okay. Hit the board. And now I am in deep trouble. Hit for 17. So I think I know how I'm going to deal with the boss. For when it shows up, of course. So that's going to hit that. There we go. Attempt that. Hit that. Then that's probably just going to hit that, no? Yeah, it's definitely just going to hit that. So I'm just going to break that, I guess. And crocodiles. Yippee. Okay, it's another thing here. Hit that. That for 5. And frick. It doesn't even do anything. I'm gonna take a damage there. That sucks. Okay. Hit the board for a decent bit. Okay. Fuse. Hit for 17. Fuse together to hit this thing. So what does it do again? Adjacent appear effects trigger again. Okay. Wave 15. Okay. Oh, record. Actually really good. Create the queue? No, actually. I'll take the circus because I don't have anything on 7. So, if I fuse these together, frick. I did a thing. Hit the board for 2, hit the board again, that's gonna break that. Fuse these together, hit that, there we go. Just drop this down here, and now we can this here, and fuse this here. Now I can break that for a bit. Okay. It's gonna hit the board for a bit, then... So I'm just gonna place this here, because it will destroy that. Oh, frick, it broke itself! Oh my god. That is dumb. Oh my god, it just hits itself. Oh my god, that sucks, man. That sucks, man. You know what? It's pretty nice. Swap, bonk. Pretty nice. And here's that. It's gonna put a new one. It's gonna hit twice. Then I'm gonna hit the board for a bit. And hard fuse it to that. Hit that. There we go. There's the boss. Wow, you made it to the final boss. The enemy is an icon's ability. It's an ability. If you're unsure what the enemy's ability does, just tap on the enemy to find out more. Defeat the boss and you win. Okay, so what's this thing's ability? An end of turn attack. Oh no. So that's really good, unironically. So let's fuse these together. Doesn't do anything. Hit that, so it can hit for 1. And then we fuse that. It hits for 17 twice. It's guaranteed to attack, which is not good. Does nothing. Does nothing. Drop this thing. Hits for a bit. Drop this here. It's gonna deal some damage to me again. Ace. Fuse these. Deal some damage. Fuse these. Deal some damage. Hits there. Okay, got hit again. It's not good. Okay, at best I'm dealing 3 damage at a time. It's not good. That is game. Okay, let's retry this. Okay. Okay, let's find a build here. Bike. On a pier, attack 1 twice. Exhausted if not in a corner. Which does not matter because that's on an appear effect. So essentially what you're wanting to do is place the bikes in corners and then fuse them to other things. I'll take that as a nice beginner. I got a 3. Twice. This token is exhausted. That's why it's grayed out. Tokens can exhaust for different reasons. For example, vehicles are exhausted when not in a corner. When they're exhausted, they won't trigger at all, but if you merge them into a new token, they'll be awake again. Okay, so into a 2. Place this down there, it'll hit 1. Okay, nice. And place this up here, and this up here. Okay, nice. Then I place this here, and it'll wipe the board. Okay, that's nice. That's good to know, good to know, good to know. And this goes up here. And I'm gonna kill that. There we go. And kill that. Alright, wave 2. Let's see what we get. Destroy adjacent tokens with destroyed effects. Glove on a pure and merge. Countdown. After 4 tokens are destroyed, attack for 5 twice. No, I'm rerolling that. Why are all of them on 3? I'll take the bell. Because on a pier, deals some pretty decent damage. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the thing here. Fuse. Hit you for 2. Pretty nice. Then fuse. Okay. And that's the board. Wave 3. I got a 2. On a pure attack for 3 for 2. Okay. Mini-mart cannot be destroyed. No, let's take the hammer. Nice. On a Up here, attack for 3, and then I'll attack for 2. Perfect. Okay, fuse these together to get a hammer, fuse these together to get a hammer again, fuse to get a bell, drop down this. Okay, wave 4. Okay, we got something in 4, and it's the freaking mini-mart again. Okay, paddle, up here. If the queued token has an attack, create it twice. Otherwise, level it up twice. That's pretty good, instead of the bell. Jesus. Okay, fun. That's really strong, actually. Hold on. I'm gonna have to get rid of this bike, because its attack is very specific. I mean, that's really good, though. I will not lie. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna fuse all of these together so that I can just start constantly getting, what the heck. When picked change, your level 6 to a random token and transform your lowest token into it. What? Triplet. Whatever level 3 is triggers again. And change your level 6 to dynamite. You know, I always wanted to paddle 3 times. Triplet is being chosen. Yeah, we got something on 5. Toolbox sucks. Mind blown. Up here. Attack for 2. And it increases for each token you destroyed this game. I'll reroll one more time. Broomstick. Give the new token an extra. On 4, destroy the highest adjacent token and create a token the level below it. Interesting. Woohoo, that's combos. There's combos. Holy. 100%. That is freaking combos. Oh my god. So fuse that, gets a hammer. Then if I fuse 2 of these, it's going to destroy a token. That's going to trigger and destroy that. Trigger this, get a hammer. It's going to destroy that. Trigger that, get a hammer. Okay. Trigger, get a hammer. Trigger, get a hammer. Trigger, get a hammer. Trigger, get a hammer. This is so good. Trigger, get one of those to get a hammer. Trigger this, destroy that, get a thing, get a hammer. This is so synergy! Or as Josh Lee Kwai from the Command Zone would say, value! Haha! God, this is busted. Sick. On top of that, the 3 triggers multiple times. Shit. 5. Countdown. After 3 turns, transform the queued into an adjacent lower. 4. Bomb. On destroyed, attack 1 to the first 2 enemies, but it increases for 1. A UFO at 8. After an adjacent token is destroyed, after an adjacent token with a destroyed effect is destroyed, recreate an exact copy of it twice. That's really good. Jesus Christ. Our build is being broken in real time. Bang. Destroys that, makes a hammer. Okay, so now I fuse these together, destroys that, makes one of these, makes a hammer. Fuses these together, makes a hammer. Fuses these together, makes a hammer. Honestly, I've got to get something that just increases the base damage ideal. Wave 7. Let's see what we got. Record. On appear and destroyed, create the queued token 6 times? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Screw it. I'll freaking take the... I'll take the record, fine. which means I can take this, make a record, make one of those. Okay, that's funny. Fuse this thing, make one of those, make a whole bunch of hammers. Because of course I do. Those make a hammer. Fuse those, make a hammer. Oh my god, this is so good. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Doesn't kill, but will fuse to these. The entire board is like permanently shut. The entire board is permanently just here. Make one of those, make one of these, destroy that, make a hammer. Okay, sick. Fuse these, make a hammer, fuse these to break that thing, making a hammer. Okay. Okay, fusing these together, making a whole bunch of hammers. Okay, wave 8. On sword, on a appear attack 3. Key. Attack 3, then permanently improves all keys. Soundboard. If your level 1 token is a microphone, which it's not, improve it. Else, improve it by 1 wherever it is. Else, change it to a microphone. What's a microphone? On create, attack 3. Yeah, no. 7. Cannot be destroyed. After 8 passive attacks, attacks 10 to all enemies. It's pretty nice. Invader. Appear. Trigger all lower level tokens with destroy effects. So record, that's not gonna do anything. Brush creates a level 1 token. The hammer creates bikes. That literally doesn't do anything. I'll take the circus, I guess. Just replaces the 7. Okay, sick. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do, whenever you create a token, buff the cube token by 2. Okay, hold on a second. That means I can just save this hammer. Oh yeah, 100%. So I'm just gonna fuse these two, turn into a 6. Fuse these together into a coffin, fuse these together into a coffin, destroying one of those, making a hammer, fusing this thing into one of those, and it triggers and fills the entire board again. Oh my god, that is awesome! Okay, fusing that thing into one of those, dealing a damage, turning that into a hammer, hitting you with a hammer because a hammer, fusing these together, destroying one of those, making a hammer. Okay. This is nice. This is breaking the internet. I love this a lot. Hammer, making a bunch more hammers. Fuse, make a hammer. Fuse, destroy one of those, making a bike. Frick, I'm literally never going to be able to get rid of that now, aren't I? Now am I? Frick. Okay, so fuse these together, yippee. And then fuse these together, destroy the 6, make one of those. Okay. And now we fuse these together, so now we've moved the 6. Make one of those, deal even more damage. Welcome to wave 9, and the 6 is kites. Whenever a non-attack token appears, attack for its level. Huh? Jesus. Kites is busted. Whenever a non-attack token appears, attack its damage. Bang. So basically these. Every single time I make a paddle. Every single time I do any of this. Oh my god. This is insane. Make one of those, attacks for its level. That creates a thing, and that destroys a thing, attacking for its... Oh my god, this is so good! Destroying one of those, enters, attacks. Oh my god! This is comboing off, and I love it. You know what? Who doesn't like more of them? Right? And there we go. That's going to attack even more. Okay, now I just fuse all these hammers together. Yippee. Oh, sick, we got another thing. When picked, level up 5 random tokens twice. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. After 2 turns, transform the queued token to something random. Handyman, your tokens with appear effects have an extra attack on their level. Oh my god. That's so good. Or in other words, the entire 1 through 5 line. This is insane. Okay. Mind blown. On a pier, attack for 33. +1 for each token destroyed this game. Oh my god. That's really good. But I can't say yes. Couch. Give all attacks with a power less than 8 +2? So in other words, hammer is going to be attack for 7. And that's going to happen an obscene amount of times. And I have 2 of those. Oh wait, no. And I have 2 of these. Meaning it's going to be 7, and then it's less than 7. Oh my god. I'm taking this. Now, all of the hammers are now attack for 9. Oh my god. This is insane. I love this so much. Destroy one of those, make a hammer, hit for 9. I'm unironically going insane right now. This can break literally anything. And if I don't want to keep the couches, I can flip to circus, and UFO isn't even going to be able to do anything. I create too many hammers. It literally won't matter. So I think I'm just going to make more of these couches. I mean, it won't do anything more, but it'll be funny. Okay, hammer, fuse these, destroy that, make 2 more hammers, fuse that thing together, fuse this, and now this is now a loop. I'm going to demonstrate a loop. Where I break that, it makes a hammer and hits. Okay, well, let's see what we get. Passive, level up your Q token by 1. Exhaust if not in a corner. Taxi, at the end of the turn, attack for 8. Does not matter, let's reroll. Poison Vial, on destroy, attack 7 to all enemies. Vampire, appear, attack for 17, on destruction, create a bat. That's on 7? And then when the bat dies, you make a vampire. Yeah, no. Satellite dish. Passive. All your tokens have 4 more attack. I'm taking that. Awesome. Break that, make a hammer. So now I can fuse this together, make 2 more hammers. Fuse the hammers together. So now I'm going to fuse this hammer, make a hammer, fuse the hammer, make the hammer, fuse a hammer, make a hammer, fuse this thing to destroy that, to make a hammer. And fuse this to make a hammer, to make 2 hammers, fuse these together to make a hammer. Now I'm going to fuse these together, make one of those to make a hammer. Hit that thing, I now have more than 1 bed. Now I'm going to fuse this together, destroy one of the beds, make a whole bunch of hammers, just... I did not mean to destroy the bed, my bad. I actually wanted to keep that. I'm kinda sad. Essentially, every time I have an open spot, it is immediately filled by hammers. Oh god. And nah, I don't care. I've won this. It attacks for 11. Oh my god. That is so good. Like, unironically, so good. Okay, fuse that together, destroy that, make a hammer. Fuse this thing, make 2 more hammers. Oh my god. Fuse together, make a hammer. Fuse together, make a hammer. Fuse together, yippee. Fuse together, fuse these together to make one of these. Breaks that to make a hammer. That breaks that. Fuse that to make a hammer. Fuse this over here to break one of those, making a hammer. Oh god, this is so good. On destroyed, attack 8, then repeat it with half. No. I don't care. Okay, fuse these together. Make a whole bunch more hammers, that thing is dead. Okay, it's setup time. I now have a circus. Every time I create a token, buff the queued token by 2. Hey, hey, dang, look at that. It is +6 temporary attack. Wait, what? Oh, okay. That's fun. I like that, actually. It's kind of funny. All I know is this thing has +12 temporary attack. Okay, and now I'm going to kill that. Awesome. Fuse these together, destroy that, make a hammer. Fuse this together, destroy that, make a hammer. Fuse this together, make 3. Make 3 hammers. This thing now has +24 attack. Oh my god. Fuse that together, make a hammer. Fuse that together, make a hammer. Fuse that together, make a hammer. Oh my god! We found an infinite hammer glitch! Ha! Don't care. Frick. Use together, make a hammer. Fused together, fill both open spots with hammers. So this thing now has +40 temporary attack. Snap together, destroy the thing, make a hammer. Okay, sick. Now, fuse this thing, make a hammer. A few of them, actually. Buff your spawner token to be over 100 attack. Oh my god. I just got an achievement for that. Okay, so fuse these to make another bed. Fuse the 2 beds to make one of these. And now I want to see how... Shit. I broke the freaking... No, man. Oh, well. Fill... Oh my god, the entire board is dying. The entire board! That's not fair. Oh my god, I made a bike. Fuse this, make a whole bunch of hammers, I guess. It's hitting the board for so much. It's wave 15 already. Bruh. Okay, fuse these together to destroy the thing. Fuse these, make a hammer. Fuse these to make 3 hammers, I guess. Fuse these together to make a bed. And a whole bunch of shirks. Fuse these together to make a tent. And now, we can fuse the tents together. Now we have a satellite dish. All tokens have 4 more attack. Okay, just gonna make 4 hammers real quick and wipe the board. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. I'm creating the queued! I'm creating the one that's queued! And every single one of them is gonna have +84 attack. And then all of the ones on board are getting the buff from Couch and Handyman. Oh my god! Well, that's breaking the internet. Welcome to Stream Chat. Oh my god. This is so powerful. How is this legal? It shouldn't be. Oh my god, the dinosaur. Oh no, the freaking dinosaur. Wait, what? Oh, right, I'm not actually making a copy with the freaking circus. Okay, here it is. Anyway. Bang, bang. Alright, destroying that, making a hammer. Fusing the hammers, making 2 of the buffed ones. Finished. I got the Speedster and First Win achievement at the same time. Oh my god, it's so powerful. Pack unlocked. Fruit, consumables that buff, improve, and trigger abilities. All enemies have an ability on worried difficulty. Red board, you can drag a token to your queue to destroy it. Halloween pack is always in. Your rerolls cost health instead of rolls, but you heal 2 at the end of each wave instead. City pack is always in. Wow, you won your first game! I'm so proud of you! Your reward is you've unlocked an even harder difficulty. Oh, fun! You can see everything we've unlocked. Freaking info into best win streak. Currently, you have a bronze medal for this difficulty. That's because you've won it, beat it once in a row. Beat it twice in a row for silver and 3 times for gold. Your medals also go towards your medal score. The more you earn, the more challenges you will unlock. There are 10 unique packs, 5 still locked. Each pack gets crazier and more complex. Every game, 5 packs of tokens will be randomly chosen from your unlocked packs. You can bring a pack's info if you ever want to see the tokens and powers of the pack. You can also unlock new boards as you play and choose before each run. Each board has its own ability and guarantees a certain token pack that will be in the game. There's a lot to unlock. Keep playing and unlock them all. Alright, so boards. Yellow board, home pack is always there. And the red one is the Halloween pack is always in. And the black board, your rerolls cost health, but the city pack is always in. Okay, so what's this pack? So the candle, the mask, and the vampire, the UFO, the bomb, alien. Okay. So candle attacks for 5. The rainbow attacks for 10. So the demon also destroys 1 and attacks for all enemies. Demon plus attacks twice. Okay. And the ones on 5 is invaders. 5 is dolls. Takedown. Countdown. After 6 levels of tokens are destroyed, transform the queued token into a dolls. Okay. And then the dolls plus is 4. And then zombie attacks for 8. Transform your lowest level set into a zombie. And zombie plus does that for 2 as well. Okay, zombie 2 is just really good. Mind blown is just really good. And crystal ball. On destroyed, buff all tokens with a destroyed effect that are in the set by 3, and that increases for each crystal ball destroyed in this game. Fun. Undiscovered bat supervillain? 9? I shouldn't have been looking at this. And then this is all the different buffs and stuff. Okay, so what's this city pack? Wrench, school, mobile phone, hole, bus stop, mini mart, factory, hospital, taxi, roadworks, destroyed. Level up at adjacent tokens by 1. Fun. Slots, crane, motorcycle, tower. I can see a combo with tower and bus stop. Because tower, adjacent tokens with passive or countdown effects and +4 attack. So as long as you have like a tower plus on the board, along with bus stops surrounding it, that just says at end of turn attack for 6. It starts at 0, but that's quite the. Okay, let's go into worried on. Let's go to blackboard. I like this. Rerolls cost health, which is not good. But, yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's see what we're starting with. Broomstick. On merge, give the new token +2 multi-strike. Merge. Okay. Teapot. Passive. At the end of turn, create a tea. And on destroy, consume all tea and attack 2 for each. So I'm gonna reroll once. Take a damage. Rabbit. Appear. Consume an adjacent consumable to attack for 5. And factory. Passive. At end of turn, create a level 1 token. I mean, I'll take the factory. That seems really good for... And what is this? If overkilled, spawn a fly with health equal to the overkill amount. That would have sucked last game. I was overkilling for by 80. Oh, okay. So when this spawns, spawn self until all slots are full. Okay, that's really annoying. Okay, so every slot's now going to be filled with those. Deal damage and fuse everything. So essentially what I want to do is I want to get as many factories as I can early on. Okay, so, and now I'm going to fuse this into this. 2 here, fuse the 2 into a 3. That's now destroyed, so now I can fuse a 2 here. That creates a 1. So now I need to see if I can get a 1. On destroy, create 3 strawberries. And for each that doesn't fit attack for its... And for each one that doesn't fit, attack for its buff value instead. Ooh, that's really good. I'm gonna reroll once though. Mini Mart, passive, cannot be destroyed, and on brush. On create, make a level 1 token. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go heavy on the level 1s. That's really nice, actually. So now I can just flood the board with level 1s. And instead of create a whole bunch of 1s, I have to get a 1 that has a really crazy enters effect. On top of that, if there's anything left, they will just die. Which is nice. I'm just gonna start flooding the board with factories. Alright, let's see what level 1 we can get. Ooh, Glove Plus. On appear and merge attack for 2. That's nice. That's so good. Oh my god, I love this. Fused 3 into a factory, and then fuse this to deal attack for 2. It's gonna bing, bing, bing. Okay, there we go. And it's gonna kill and create another one. The entire board is gonna be gone again. Oh my god, I now have the infinite generator of these things again! 2. Clapperboard. Destroyed. Buff the queued token by 5 and then create it. I'm gonna reroll once. Create a T. On destroy, attack for 1 on E for each T on board. Interesting. Nah. Up here. Buff an adjacent token by 8, then destroy it. Nah, I'm just gonna skip this one here, actually. Okay, so now I'm just gonna rid the board of those. I have plenty of these. Hit the board for 2 instantly. Hey, look at that. Now we don't have to worry about them ever again. Okay, sick. So every single 1 action kills 2 squares. That's insane. And now we fuse those together and just make an essentially infinite amount of these. Oh, your tokens, not consumables, that buff do so by 2. Magic Wand. When picked, upgrade 2 tokens in your set. Truck. Your passive tokens on the top left corner are twice as effective. Nah. I'm just gonna skip that. 3. On destroy, attack for 3, or sloth. Passive. Your strawberry buff is 2. Nah. Reroll. We'll take a damage here. Curate 2 kiwi. Consume. Trigger tokens appear effect. Teapot. Passive. At the end of turn, create a T. That's never gonna happen. I'll reroll one more time. I'll take another damage. 6. Whenever a non-attack token appears, attack for its level. Crypt. Passive. Whenever an adjacent token appears, trigger its destroyed effect. And I'm just gonna take one more damage. Parrot. I'll just take the parrot, I guess. No, actually, that's gonna destroy that. No way. I can't take it. There we go. And that's just gonna wipe you. So what is your ability? Can only take 1 damage at a time. Alright. So yeah, about that. What are you? When this is destroyed, buff a random other enemy by 5. Come on, man. We all know that's not happening. Okay, here we go. 3. On appear, attack once. 3 times. Hotel. Passive. At the end of turn, attack 3 twice. Well, I'll take the hotel. I don't need this many freaking factories. I will 10,000,000% just... Fuse all of these into factories, fuse that into a 6, fuse these together into a 5. I don't take damage from that, though, so... Pufferfish. Toxic when digested. When this is destroyed, destroy whatever destroyed it. Okay, that's totally fine, actually. I deal 2 damage at a time, which isn't the best. But it's something. And that will just wipe that, which is totally fine. Wave 7. Okay. Kangaroo Basket. On a pier, trigger the appear effect of on an adjacent non-basket token. Soundboard appear. If your level 1 token is a microphone, improve it. No. I'll take the basket, actually. It's pretty nice. We'll just fuse those together. It's going to destroy the 6. That's totally fine. And bang, hit you for 3, create 2 more factories, hit you for 2 so I don't take damage, create an absurd amount of dudes, and there we go. Makes one of those, hits for 2, makes one of these, hits for 2, makes one of those and hits for 2. Oh, interesting. So if the thing that died was interesting on 8. Passive. Your consumables buff and improve by... okay, that's interesting. Yeah, no, I think I'm just going to skip this one, actually. Threes by 5. Do with that. Create even more of these. So it's not going to kill it, but now it's giving me a germ. I don't think I've placed my actual thing in a hot second. So it's literally not gonna do anything. This little sneck. Okay, so turn into a factory, transform, deal some damage. Transform, deal some damage. Hit you for 2, and the thing that did it was it doing a thing, so. Doesn't really do anything. Trigger. Make another 6, make a 7, there we go. No, the hotel broke itself! Oh my god, that's not good. You know, I'll take the taxi instead. Make another one of you, make more of you. More of you, there we go. Make a whole bunch of these, a whole bunch of dudes. Go 4, there we go. At end turn, attack for 4 twice. So that is just gonna kill itself, which is very sad, but... it's a sacrifice that must happen. Never mind. It didn't die. Interesting. Oh, okay. That's fine. It attacks for 4, not to the whole board twice. Okay, that's fine. That's fine then. But a whole bunch of lobsters is going to be a really, really big problem. Okay, wave 10. Landmark. Your tokens with passive effects have +6 attack. Or, when picked, level up 5 random tokens once. Or, when picked, change your level 6 to a random upgraded, and then your 3 lowest tokens into it. Nah, I'm just going to take the landmark, actually, because... Bus. All non-bus passives have twice as effect, exhausted if not in a corner. Appear, trigger your level 1 tokens on board. Ooh, that's really good. But that's not really helpful. I'll take the bus. Because now this is going to attack for 10 twice. That's really good. Turn that into a 3, turn these together into a 3, there we go. It's going to kill that. So basically this thing is going to kill literally anything it comes in contact with, which is awesome. And then it's going to turn you into a 3, turn this into one of those, turn this into one of those, and then turn... it's going to create a whole bunch of those dudes that attacks for 10, and yeah. Okay, so the only downside to this is the pufferfish is really freaking dangerous. Because it instant kills a pufferfish. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to wipe out the pufferfish. It will just kill the taxi. Which is very sad, but... Hit that for 10, hit that for 10, taxi dies again. I create even more of those. Okay. It's kind of sad, actually. I kind of don't like that. Create one of those, create another factory, create a whole bunch of these dudes, which all attack for a decent bit. Okay. Create, on appear, create a T. On destroy, attack for 1 for each T on board. It's not gonna happen. Let's reroll once. Cax. Appear, trigger, then destroy adjacent tokens with destroyed effects. Okay. Fun. Whenever adjacent token appears, trigger its destroyed effect. That's pretty interesting for the crypt, but nah, I think I'm good. So I got around that, which is nice. Wipes, there we go. Because this is on fuse and everything else, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, just real quick, I'm just gonna flood the board with factories right quick. Okay, so now the entire board is pufferfish. That's not good. On fuse, that kills, so it doesn't do anything to me. On fuse, that kills, so it doesn't do anything to the thing I just created, which is nice. Why do you have a top hat? The first time this takes damage, ignore it. Oh, okay. That's scary as hell, but sure. Okay, that got destroyed, which is kind of sad, but still. Create that thing, destroy it, that gets destroyed, kind of sad. It negates the first instance of damage, but the other, 3 are totally safe to go through. Which is totally fine, it's the way things should have been. The hotel is really good. But it is very much so a temporary measure. Okay, there we go. Create a whole bunch of those to basically knock it down to lethal range. Okay, there we go. Create one of those, destroys it. Okay, wave 12. Let's see what we got. All your tokens have 2 more attack. Fire extinguisher 6. Appear and destroy. Attack 4 or 5 times randomly. I'll take the fire extinguisher. Sure. Alright. I will be not doing that. You know what? I'll do it. I'll fuse 2 of these and then this into a fire extinguisher. It hit everything but that. Oh my god, that is so good. That's on appear and destroy. So I could just stack these. Sick. I'm just gonna create a whole bunch more of these at like every interval I possibly can. Basically, end step, I create an obscene amount of these guys. Very nice. Let's make another factory. Fuse these together. Again, make another factory. I make 5 of these, essentially, every single turn. And that's just going to give me more of those, which literally does nothing because I don't use it. I think 5 of these is enough. There we go. I'm going to make another one of those. So now I'm going to fuse this together to do a thing. Fuse this to do a thing. Fuse this to make a thing. Fuse this. There we go. And now we got another dude in a top hat. Fun. Okay, so first thing we do is fuse this together. And then this, which is just going to attack an absurd amount, randomly. Then end step, hit the board for an obscene amount. Okay, so on destroy, attack for 6, and skip that. So this thing, At end of turn, attacks to 9 to all enemies twice. 13. Okay, pufferfish are no longer going to appear, so these are going to be really good to get my hands on. Okay, so I'm going to make another factory. Make another one of these, another one of these, and another one of these. There we go. So the only thing that's going to start showing up are these sharks. They reduce all damage and all incoming damage by 3. So in other words, the only thing that can actually deal damage to it at this exact point in time is the taxi and hotel. So I'm gonna have to deal some pretty nasty damage to it in order to kill it. Which, unfortunately, I can only see happening with taxis and hotels. Which, good thing the taxis and hotels deal pretty nice damage. There we go. Okay, there we go. What? Dynamite. Attack for 12 twice. Has multi-strike for each dynamite that went off. Nah, screw it. I'm just gonna skip that. There we go. That's another taxi in the bottom corner. That's nice. There we go. A whole bunch more of those. Gonna get hit by enough damage to kill it. That is really good. That thing is gonna be able to survive until the end step. Oh, that hits everything for 9. Never mind. This one's really good. And now I have a hotel up here for some reason, which I really do not need. Okay. Let's turn that into one of those, that into one of those, that into one of those, and that into one of those. And hit that for murder levels of damage. Okay. So 2 is the paintbrush. If there are less than 4 enemies, attack for 1. Skip that. Welcome to me playing Magic the Gathering. This is basically just wipe the board simulator. Nothing survives this. So it does some pretty decent damage. There's the T-Rex. Very nice. And it doesn't have any damage reduction on it, so that's gonna go hard. The only thing I could really do here is... because it's just gonna start dealing... it's just gonna hit me. And that is game. Clear-minded, beat worried difficulty. New high score, completed in 70. I took 8 damage. Does not... oh, I can go to endless mode. Sure. Wave 16. Up here. Buff the queued token by 8. Skip that. Frick, the pufferfish are gonna come back. God dang it. Bus. Passive. All non-bus passives are twice as effective. Exhausted if not on a corner. Okay. So I'm just going to turn that into one of those. And then turn these here. 55. Jesus. It's really strong. Like... abnormally strong. Well, I mean, with 2 hotels on board? Not really. Oh no, I have to perfect kill this thing? Oh, can only take 48 damage at a time. I was scared they can only take 1, and I literally couldn't win this round. So, there we go. Hits it for a decent bit of damage. The spider is scary. Frick. On a pier, each other light bulb on the row. You know, skip that. Place, turn into 3s. Hits all of you for... Okay, so we're just gonna make one of those and then kill it immediately. That's nice. Okay, turn into factory. Okay, create. It's gonna hit all of you guys for obscene amounts of damage. There we go. And now this thing has to die this turn. Oh, that thing takes a lot of damage here. And it's gonna make a 3 that kills it. Okay, that's good. And now there's the spider again. Jesus. I'm not scared, you're scared. Wait, 18, let's see what we get. At the end of turn, destroy the lowest adjacent token and attack for 11. Let's reroll once. Vampire, alien, newspaper, pier. Attack 4, then buff the cute token by 4, equal to the damage dealt. Oh, okay, yeah, just hide that. And then skip it. Okay, there we go. That's gonna take enough damage. Oh my god. Okay, sick. So essentially what I want to do is I want to get my hands on... Did I perfect kill that? Awesome. What I want to do is I want to get more of these. Just gonna attack randomly. Which is nice. Just gonna create an ant. Just gonna do anything. Then do a thing here, do a thing here, do a thing here, and then a thing here. Which isn't gonna do very much. However, will end up wiping, creating a 1. I hit the 1 for 10? Okay. Fine, I'll take the bell. At least does something with the 3 slot. It also wipes, for some reason. Oh my god. It grants another enemy 233 health. That is insane. That is an insane on-death effect, sir. Am I going to be able to deal enough damage to that thing? I cannot. I'm going to take damage from that. That sucks. Okay, fused to a bell. Fuse these to bell. Fuse these into one of those. There we go. That is going to deal a decent bit of damage. Wave 19 to wave 20. See what we got. Mask or raid. Passive. Anything you create, whenever you create anything, randomize it to a different token in your set. Oh? Nah. Okay, fuse these together into the fire hydrants. And then there we go. That's another hotel. This means I'm going to attack everything on board for 27 every turn, which isn't very good right now. So essentially, the one way I can see me getting out of this right now is me fusing the hotels into the bus. Now, all non-bus passives are twice as effective. Or, in other words, I'm gonna take damage from that. So essentially, if I get more hotels on board, and I don't really need more of these. All I need is one, and it will create as many of these as I will ever need. So fuse these together, fuse this into one of those, then fuse these together. Okay, wave 20 up to 21. Let's see what we got. 7. Adjacent tokens with appear effects have +4 attack. Oh. 7's actually pretty good, but that's the hotel. That's my main source of damage. I can't take that. Honestly, I'd rather take damage from the lobsters than let them die and give another enemy 233 health. And this does end up this does wipe boards if they're small enough, so that's pretty nice. Fuse into this, fuse into a car. Damn it, it just hit me. I could have fused the car somewhere else. This thing. Jesus. These, there we go. Ding, ding, ding. Taking another damage from that. Another one of those, another one of those. Fusing these together, another one of these. Ding. Okay, wave 21. Invader. Trigger on appear. Trigger all lower level tokens with destroy effects. Okay, let's hide this. So if I was to do the whole thing, it would wipe my board and it would not do anything good. So I'll say no to that one. Okay, let's make another one of these and put it down here. Yeah, I'm gonna take damage from that one. Sucks, but I have to. Okay, fuse, 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 and then fuse once more. Okay, hit the board for a decent bit of damage. That dies, and now this thing is even bigger. Oh my god. Is it just better to let them die? Like... even more hotels. I mean, I think the best thing I can do is just start wiping the dudes at the back using the hotels. That's all I can see doing right now. Taking another damage. Okay. This here, turning that into one of those. It's gonna create a decent bit of those. Okay, go into the next wave. Skip. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay, so this hotel is dying. That sucks. Jesus. This is insanely hard. Create another one of these. Turn to these. I'll take a damage from that one. Sucks. Oh no. Taking another damage from that. It's gonna give me another one of those. Trigger that. Deal a decent bit of damage. Transform to this. Then if I did that, I'll turn into another one of those. Just decent. Hello, purple guy. Welcome in. I am sweating like hell right now. I'm in endless mode of this freaking game and everything is such high health and I don't like it at all. And when that thing dies, it's gonna grant an obscene amount of health. One of those deals a decent bit of damage. I'm gonna take damage from this. That sucks. Okay, turn that into a taxi. Okay. There's no way that thing dies. I'm just gonna take an obscene amount of damage here. Or just one heart, I guess, but it really doesn't matter at this point. I take so much damage right now. There isn't a chance in hell I'm going to be able to deal that much damage. Unless if I somehow managed to get my hands on the exact same build I did last time. So I mean, it's this thing destroying whatever destroyed it is really, really freaking annoying. Oh, the wave ended, okay. Minimart cannot be destroyed by your tokens or powers. If it would attack for 9, create a banana. Consume buff token by 2. Has +2 for each banana on field. Fine, I'll take the school. Because this basically just allows me to auto attack for 8. 8 was it? Yeah, 8. And that's a passive effect, so that's going to be increased by 6. That's not good. I have to fuse these and it'll attack for 6 twice because of the bus. I'm taking a hit from this, guaranteeing. Okay, turning into a taxi to trigger the thing, turning this into one of those to trigger both of these. And then, yeah, I think I just lose here. Yeah, I can't deal 500 damage. That is game. Hanak Days. The final enemy has extra health. Green board, you can reroll powers. Creativity pack is always in. Orange board, upgraded tokens are twice as effective but twice as rare. Drink pack is always in. And drinks consumes that age with time and craft. Pocket 8 starts the game with a random level 8. You cannot change your 8. Okay. Golden ticket. All tokens in the market are upgraded. You cannot reroll tokens. Full moon. Your destroys triggers and your destroys trigger on appear and your appear trigger on destroy. What? That is freaking weird. You know, I'm just gonna go to chill. I'm also gonna do orange board. The first few markets will only show you tokens from level 1 to 4. Okay, squirrel. On create, make a strawberry. appear. Destroy an adjacent token, craft a cocktail equal to its level, and consume an adjacent consumable to attack for 5. If it kills an enemy, create the consumed token instead. I'll just do a squirrel, I guess. I don't... Squirrel. You create a consumable. Consumables are not normal tokens. They cannot be destroyed. And they can be merged with any non-consumable token to apply their effect or buff. Interesting. You can even merge it with the queued token to affect the next token you play on board. Okay, so what does it do? I need non-consumable to trigger its effect on it, which is buff its attack by 1. Oh, okay, sick. So. Okay, so now I'm gonna drag this onto the squirrel and drop the squirrel, drop a squirrel, drop a squirrel, drop a squirrel. And now I can fuse the squirrels together to make 2s. Fun! I can freaking squirrel. Then I'm gonna fuse this onto there, deal a decent bit of damage. If you reach 1,000 subs, can you play Subnautica mod Return of the Ancient and only adds a Leviathan? You're talking about the Gargantuan Leviathan. I've seen that mod before. I've seen the mod before, but I will 100% attempt it. Yeah, definitely. Just make a whole bunch of freaking these now. These into a 2. Trident hits for 1. And create a squirrel. Fuse those together. Have 8 consumables on the board. Fun. And now I hit you for 1, and then I'm gonna feed you, and then it will become that, and then it hits for 2 instead. That's actually really cool. That's really nice synergy. And squirrel makes one of these. Very nice. And bing, it will become the thing, and it'll hit for 2 instead. Very nice. Place one of these down, turn into a 2. Wave 3. Let's go. Let's see what we get. 4. Destroy the highest adjacent token and create the token that's the level below it. What do I have with destroy effects? Literally none. Oh no. Reroll that. A rabbit. Appear. Consume an adjacent consumable to attack for 5. Ooh, I actually like that. Squirrel creates a dude. Use this to turn that in my hand, then place it on the board again. Put that back to hand, so now it hits the board for 3. It's really good. Eat a thing, place the thing to make a thing. Okay, so this is actually going really well. Now that hits the field and wipes the board. Rabbit to do a thing, squirrel to do a thing. Okay, fun. Let's see what we got. Destroy an adjacent token, craft a cocktail equal to its level, brush or seal. Consume an adjacent consumable to attack for 5. Whenever it kills, create the consumed token. Fun. So the seal is on appear. Okay, got it. Got it. Fun. And now, a little bit of setup for the next round. Everything is 2 and 3. Place that on the board to wipe. Dun, 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 dun. Suicide. Hey Nia, welcome in! Let's see what we got. Koala Badge. Whenever level 6 or above appear, create a random fruit magic wand. When picked, upgrade 2 tokens in your set. After 4 turns, transform the Q token to something random. Let's take the magic wand. Oh, okay. On appear, transform your Q token to tape. What is tape? On appear and destroy, attack for 25. What? Jellyfish. Appear, merge, and destroy. Create a beer and attack for its buff value. Attack for 1 for each. Improves 1 more for each beer. 1 more beer. Improves after 1 more beer consumed. Jellyfish is interesting. Crystal ball is an 8. I'll take jellyfish. Okay, so it just buffed consume. Okay. So rabbit is really good. Create consumable, yippee, and now we have a whole bunch of lobsters and stuff. And now it creates a whole bunch of dudes. That wiped the board. Hey Chips, welcome in. Hey, I'm glad everyone's been able to make it. Hits the board. Fun, let's go. Consumes a thing, creates a consumable, and wipes the board. Let's go. Alright, let's see what we got. Crypt, passive. Whenever a token appears, trigger its destroyed effect. Do I have anything that has a destroy effect? The jellyfish. Eepy. You just got here. I'll take the UFO. Seal, make a beer. What does this do? Buff token by 1 attack, improves when more beers consumed. Interesting. So now I'll hit the field for a bit. And then hit it for a bit again. And then squirrel. But like, I actually got school starting soon. I'm under 18. Oh, okay. Right. That is a thing that exists. Sadly. There we go. Oh, peacock. When this consumes, adjacent non-peacocks consume it too. Buff the Q token by 8. I mean, I'll just take the peacock, I guess. Rabbit. Oh my god, it frickin' took the beer. Frick you. Did you find a way to do the emotes? I did not. Took a damage there. I was really hoping I'd be able to get that one down too. Okay, round 8. Let's see what we got. Whenever you create or craft, do it again. Penguin. Destroy an adjacent token, craft a cocktail. I ate the emo. Mind blown. Attack 1 for each token destroyed this game. That's pretty nice. So how much is that at right now? Just 1? Alright, because I haven't really destroyed anything. Fair enough. Okay, so let's fuse these together. So now we have one of these. Makes a beer. And then this one is currently at 2. I can do you. So now you attack for 8 twice. And now, basically, for every beer that I use... Every beer I use, it increases the power. It increases the power of all of them, which is actually really good. This isn't quite good enough to go infinite, but trigger an adjacent destroyed effect twice, then destroy itself. Notepad up here. Buff adjacent level 1 tokens by 2, and then create a level 1 token on each adjacent space. Oh. Notepad's interesting. That's for a while. Trumpet, up here. Attack 1. Has 1 multi-strike for each adjacent level 1 token. Interesting. Alcohol is great. Let's skip this. These, and then fusing that together to get a seal, which eats a decent bit. Okay, so that has 13 now. Use this thing to munch, hit it for a bit, then fuse, hit it for 1. Nice. Bonk. We have a problem. Communism is useful, and I don't have a problem joking. Nom nom. And transform into you, jellyfish making a beer. On fuse, make another beer. Okay, 6. And I'm gonna place down you, fuse you with that to put down you. There we go. Alright, we got a new one. Worms. Your level 3 and lower destroyed effect triggered twice on appear. When the token appears. They don't have destroy effects. That's pointless. 6s. 6 is changed into a random one. That is my mind blown. And Tea Creamery. Change your level 3 to an upgraded teapot. Whenever a token consumes tea, there's a 50% chance to create a copy twice. That's number 3, which is the trident. Yeah, I'll take that. Tea ceremony. There we go. So now we got passive. At the end of turn, create 2 tea destroyed. Consume all tea and attack for 4 for each. That's pretty nice. And on 2, telephone. If there are 4 or less than 4 passive, whenever an adjacent level 1 token appears, destroy it and attack for 3. Whenever adjacent token appears, it consumes the last thing this token consumed once per turn. Exhaust if not in a corner. Yeah, I'm gonna reroll that. Coffee creates a tea. Which tea? Consume, destroy the token? What? Yeah, nah, I think I'm good. Destroy an adjacent token to create a beer. I'm 100% taking a duck. I will take a duck. Because beer. So I'm just gonna beer this guy, beer him again, create a whole bunch of dudes, and then place this dude on the board. It literally does nothing. Wait, what is this? On up here. Destroy an adjacent, okay. Got it. So, in other words, they only destroy each other. That is not good. Okay. Have you heard of a game called Inscription? Yes, I have. I have played it on the channel before, actually. Destroy the token. Oh, you can use the tea to destroy the teapot. Okay, there it is. I understand it now. Feed the peacock. Make even more tea. Then I'm going to destroy the teapot to then hit for a decent bit. Wait, what? That's so many. Okay, sure. That's really freaking strong. Holy. Okay, so I'm just gonna buff this, a decent bit. Create an obscene amount of tea to fill literally every slot. Buff that again. Buff it again, and now it's gonna attack for 20 for each tea that is currently on board state, which is freaking awesome. Create a whole bunch of seals. seals! Haha! It is now seal time. Oh my god, we can make even more beer, because the seals turn into these! Oh my god! Every 2 turns make a beer. Whenever you create a token, buff the queued, no. Drums. Trigger your level 1 tokens again. No, I'm just gonna skip this. Oh my god. We're doing a thing, chat. We're doing a thing. Abso-freaking-lutely. And I'm just gonna beer this thing. Create even more tea. A seal of approval, if you will. Size dramatically. Okay, so what does this do? It just destroys a token? Oh, okay. So let's just destroy that. I don't feel like it. Wait, what? Oh, okay, sure. I got another peacock. Oh, frick. That's not good. Beer. Here we go. And now it's gonna attack for 40. When this thing inevitably gets destroyed. Okay. So I now have a UFO, but it is in the wrong spot. So I'm going to destroy the UFO. I do not know why I did that. I'm gonna buff this thing though. I'm gonna create an obscene amount of tea. Then use the tea on this one. Destroy it. Wipe the board essentially. And then create an obscene amount of teapots because yippee. And this one here is the one being buffed. So I'm gonna turn you into a seal, turn you into a seal, turn you into a seal. Create a whole bunch of teapots. Then destroy this one to hit that thing for essentially its life. Create a whole bunch of teapots again, and then make them all seals. Seal, beer, beer, beer. And then beer this, beer this, beer that, beer, beer. Okay, put down another squirrel. Wave 12. No, no, and no. Skip that. Okay, fuse these two into a duck. Destroys a duck, makes a beer. Gonna beer that shit. And now, place this thing over here, making one of these. Put that there. That makes another T, and now I don't have a single position for literally anything. I'm just gonna, wipe this thing. Put down a squirrel. Gonna do a thing. Move the squirrel over here. Erases that thing, makes a beer. Makes even more beer. Oh shit. Oh, beer. Oh shit. I took some damage. Oh well. Beer that thing, I'm now dealing 82 damage. Oh my god, I'm freaking dying over here, and I can't believe it's not butter. Oh, okay. It's dealing 21. Okay. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. This one isn't being buffed. It will, however, wipe the board and create an obscene amount of teapots in the process. Oh my god, that is dumb as frick, man. Okay, so now we fuse this, gonna kill itself, fuse this with this, there we go, and now I'm gonna fuse this, it's now one of those. Gonna basically flood the board with T again, buff this thing, and now it's dealing 96 for each T on board at that exact moment, and now I'm just gonna buff it again, and then I'm gonna fuse this thing again, it's gonna wipe the board again. Oh, this game looks fun. Oh, it's freaking awesome, I love this shit. And now we're gonna turn into a peacock. Down one of these, gonna feed this thing some strawberries. Oh, okay. Record, appear and destroy, create the queued token 3 times. At the end of turn, attack 5. Whatever non-octopus consumes, it consumes 2. Reroll that. Whenever a token consumes a consumable other than whiskey or cocktail, craft one of them. Trigger the appear effect of adjacents and bunny again. No. Dolphin plus 2 turns make a beer. Okay. Newspaper. Nah, I think I like my build as is. Give that thing here, turn this thing into one of these. It's not gonna do anything because of reasons. Dang it, man. Okay, so I'm just gonna wipe this thing. Put this thing here. Turn this into a duck. I'm gonna destroy that, turn it into a beer. Turn that thing there, get a whole bunch of these. Turn these thing into a teapot. There we go. And now we wipe the board. Yet again. Teapots, 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 go burr. Let's go. So many teapots. This is awesome. Oh, okay. It's gonna give me another tea, because why not? I cannot place it there. So I'm gonna destroy this, then get 2 more squirrels, because reasons. And then fuse these together to destroy that, get some beer. Gonna put that on this one. Took some damage there, sadly. That's fine. Wipe the board. I'm joking. It just deals a little bit of damage. Kills that, makes a beer, buffs this thing, fuses these together, makes another teapot, because I don't see why not. This is so dumb. I love it, though. Essentially, the entire board is now going to be teapots. And I'm down to 1 health. And hit the board for a decent bit of damage. These ducks have a drinking problem. You can say that. Turn you into a duck, turn you into a thing, turn you into a thing. It's gonna hit the board, and I have a whole bunch of these now. Yippee. Wave 14! Masquerade. Whenever you create anything, randomize it. No. Circus. Whenever you create a token, buff the queued token by 4. No. Owl. Destroyed creates 6 strawberries. For each that doesn't fit, attack for its buff value instead. Destroy all adjacent level 1 tokens, and its passive is whenever a token is destroyed, craft whiskey. Shit. Oh, no, I'm just gonna skip that. I have a decent bit of health at the moment. Doesn't really do much, though. Okay, it's just gonna kill itself, make a decent bit more seals, so now I have a little bit more of those. Yeah. Get more beer. What I'm doing is I'm saving this last one. I'm saving it. I'm saving this for wave 15. Because this shit is gonna be hilarious. And now I'm gonna craft those into those. There we go. And now this beer goes on here. Craft these together into one of these. Turns into a beer. Feed that to you. Now fuse these two. Make a beer. Feed that. This thing turns into a peacock. And then I am going to T-buff you to basically deal an obscene amount of damage, create a bunch of teapots again. The entire board is teapots now. And this one here is the one that's buffed, so now I'm just gonna start, fusing these. Down to 1 health. Though this is the end of the wave, though, which is fun. Gonna fuse that. Turn you into one of these for another beer. Do a thing here, and then fuse this to deal and wipe you. Wave 15, let's see what we get. Soundboard. If your level 1 token is a microphone, improvise it by 2, wherever it is, or change it to a microphone. Swan. If it has 4 or more attack 0 to the first 2 enemies and level up. Sailboat. Create 2 juice box. On attack, create 2 juice box. On passive, at end step, count down all juice box by 2. Exhaust if not in a corner. I'm just gonna skip that. No, thank you. I think I'm okay without it, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna put a beer here. And then I will flood the board with teapots again to create even more teapots. Oh yeah. And that is another beer going on there. Okay, gonna fuse you together, fuse you together, fuse you together. I'm gonna create a decent bit more tea, and I'm gonna take another damage because of reason. Okay, sick. So here's what we're gonna do. Gonna fuse these together, and then I'm going to drop a teapot on you. It's not gonna deal much damage, but it will remove every threat on board. I'm also going to kill that thing because this thing is really funny. Then I'm going to beer this, turn this into a peacock, and I'm going to die. It hit me just now. I'm losing this. Shit. That went hard. The first two consumes each turn do not take actions. Fruit pack is always on. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go to chill. Orange board is nice. First two consumes, nah. Green board, you can reroll powers. Black board, you can drag a token, destroy. You know what? Let's just do yellow board on dazed. The final enemy has extra health. Okay, let's see what we got. At the end of turn, create a T. Hold on. Menu. What was yellow board? Guaranteed. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I figured out what was going on, and I was wrong. Well, looks like we're gonna teapot again. Oh boy. That was weird. Fuse those together. There we go. You're dead. Now we're gonna do a thing. Make another teapot. Do a thing. Make a teapot and hit you for another damage. Oh, and this thing here can only take one damage at a time. Fun. There we go. Sick. Bye. I had the incredibly strong teapots. Demon. Quavers. Merge. Attack 1 to the first 2 enemies. Coffin. I'll take a coffin. Because this is on destroy. Consume all tea and attack for 2 for each. So if I do coffin... Okay, so I'm kind of curious now. So, gonna create a whole bunch of tea here. So now I fuse these together, fuse these together, put down this, and then fuse these, destroys the teapot, wipes the board, and then creates a 2 on top of it. Very nice. Okay, sick. Teapots go burr, I guess. Okay, sick. Turtle. Appear and destroy, create or craft a drink you don't have twice. Give the new token 2x double strike. Plus 2 multi-strike? Okay. So in other words, I merge this into this. Plus 2 temporary multi-strike. Okay. That's fun. Teapot. Hit it. By hit it, I mean hit them. I essentially had a buff on board that literally made it impossible for... Pickaxe appears. Destroy adjacent tokens with destroy effects. I'll reroll it. Create a strawberry. Coffee. Create a tea. Destroyed. Attack 5 for each tea on board. That's nice. I like those. And there we go. Yeah, okay, so these guys are going to get wiped here. And now I destroy... use this to destroy the teapot, which attacks for a decent bit of damage. Go to wave 5. The tokens that have destroy effects have +5 extra attack. I like this. Dolls. Countdown. After 6 levels of tokens being destroyed, transform the cube token into a dolls. Let's take the light bulb. I have my own ways of destroying things. Then on top of that, fusing these guys into each other is pretty nice. Then I turn that. Basically, the more light bulbs on board is just the better it is. Decent bit of damage. Just gonna kill that. Never mind, it's not gonna kill that. Take a damage here. It sucks. I will create a teapot and then use it to wipe. Let's go. Go. Wave 6. Let's do it again. After 4 turns, create 2 bananas and attack for its buff value. Reroll. Camera. After 3 turns, transform the queued token into an adjacent lower token. Reroll again. Passive. Give each subsequent attack by the same token in the same action +1 attack. I'll take crab. I'll take the crab 100%. So now I can fuse all of these together, and now every subsequent attack. These teapots are mid now because I didn't have the thing that just created more when they're destroyed. So it makes sense that it wasn't all the best. Deals 7, deals 9, deals 10, deals 11, deals 12. That's really nice, actually. Yeah, so in all reality, let's leave. Challenge. Pocket 8. You start the... Nice. Yeah, let's do golden ticket. Everything is buffed. Oh, okay. I'll take whole. Gives me a 3, gives me a 3, gives me a whole. A whole. Whole. Destroys that, hits for 9. Destroys that, hits for 10. Destroys that, hits for 10. Destroys that, hits for 10. Essentially, most things are going to die to this. And there we go. Flooding the board with holes. Let's see what we got for 2. Brush. Create 2 level 1 tokens. Okay. Hey, I'll take the brush. Okay, 3 down. This thing. Oh yeah, 100%. This is gonna be good. Ah, this is nice. So, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, creating 2 of those. And then another 3, which is going to wipe that. There we go. Wave 3. 2. Buff the new token by 6. Mini Mart cannot be destroyed, but attacks for 3 twice. I'll take the Mini Mart 100%, because now this just can't be destroyed. Means I can drop this on the board, and it can attempt to destroy a whole bunch of different things, and it will not matter. Shit. Yeah. The only downside is trying to get to here is impossible with all of these new ones appearing. Got to a 3, and the 3 is not being destroyed. Okay. Okay, never mind. Never a dull moment with a light bulb. Okay, so that's going to destroy some stuff. So I'm going to create 1 here. The 3 stays alive. That's nice. Now I can fuse these together, and now we have over here. Okay, that took so stupid amount of times. I'll take the freaking factory. That's really good. That's not good, because if I take the factory instead, it's going to create a level 2, which the 2 is going to make 2 level 1s, and the holes are probably going to destroy the mini mark and the brush. That's just going to... Nah. I can't take that. Okay, sick. So now I'm going to transform that. It's going to destroy some stuff. Turn it into a 3. Transform. That's going to break the 3. That's freaking dumb, man. Then transform that. There we go. Turn this into a 3. Hope it doesn't spawn near the 3. It did. And that's gone. Three, there we go. It's good, good. It's good, it's good. It spawned. So the 3 here. I just realized I was watching like 4 minutes behind. Whoops. Ah. Nah, you're fine. Okay, so now if I drop this here, it's not going to destroy the 3 because there's 2 of these in the way. So there we go. So now anything I place here will never be destroyed because it literally can't. Treble clef, what? Craft 5 cocktails. Your cocktail improve instead of setting. Treble clef. When selected, change your level 1 to a random level 3. Upgrade 2 tokens in your set. That literally was nothing. I have to skip it. Prawn. Pure attack 3. It has multi-strike for each adjacent consumable. I'm skipping that one as well. Yeah, the only downside to this one is the fact that I literally can't do anything if it spawns next to it. Which sucks, because it's most definitely gonna spawn next to it at some point in time. And that worked. Hold on. Okay. Let's make one here. Very nice. One here. And turn that into one of those. There we go. One here. Turn that into one here. So, I mean, wiping the board is pretty easy as of right now. Okay, I'm just going to store a 3 over there. It's just going to destroy itself. I'm going to make another 3 over here, which is nice. Whenever a higher level token appears, attack for no. Okay, there we go. There's another one. That is funny. Because they're destroying themselves anyway. Frick. Frick. And that's going to wipe itself, deal a bunch of damage to that thing, turn that into a 3. There you go. Put one here. Turn you guys into those. It's going to destroy itself because of course it is. I'm going to put down a 2. Be down a 2. Fun. There we go. That's now a 3. Very nice. Turn you into a 4. And then I'll turn... I gotta head out. See you hopefully next stream. Yup, see you again. Hopefully. Wave 7. Adjacent tokens with passive or countdown effects have +8. Oh yeah. I'm taking tower. Oh wait, I literally can't do anything with that specifically because the only place I can ever put that is over here. Which means these two specifically will need it. That, turn you into one of those. That's now a 5. Fun. I'm just gonna put you over here. It's just gonna destroy itself anyway, so. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that into a 5. That's nice. Turn this into a 5, turn this into a tower. And now, these are attacking for 11 each. Awesome. It's definitely just gonna destroy itself. Knew it! What? Oh no! Oh, okay, thank God. I was gonna scream. And it destroyed itself anyway, no! I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Wave 8, okay. Don't care. All of your tokens have 4 more attack. Fun. I'll take it. Oh, thank God. Don't hit the 3, don't hit the 3. Oh my God, it hit the one thing that wasn't the 3. It's gonna hit the frickin' no. It's hitting the one things I don't want it to hit. Screw you guys. I don't like this at all. Okay. Okay, turn you into those, and perfect. It's gonna grab me one of those. I'm just gonna do that. Turn this into this and this into this. Okay, sick. Turn that there. Oh, fun. Let's see what we got. Bus is actually pretty massive. Because as good as Satellite is, having this thing trigger multiple times is actually awesome. There's only one problem with it, though. It's the chances of it hitting itself, these holes being placed right next to it, are so high. And I don't like that. And these holes are just destroying themselves, so... Don't place it next to the 3, thank you. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Very nice, very nice. She's a turn. Okay, do the thing. Turn into those. It's gonna not hit itself. Okay, that's nice. Turn that into a 3. Very nice. And now I'm gonna place this here. Turn this into a hole. Destroy 100 tokens in a single run. Achievement. Frick, that was... Never mind. Never mind on my never mind. That's an 8. Okay, there we go. Destroy that. Destroy all of those. Put this hole here. Put this hole here. Put this brush here. It's gonna hit another brush because of reasons. Wave 10. So we got... Oh wait, wave 10. We get an ability. Landmark. Skip. Meaning these things will now deal 9 twice. So, okay, so that's now a 3. And now all I need to do is move this over here, because I'm not chancing that. Here we are. Turn you into one of these. Don't care. Just gonna remove everything. Attempt to destroy. Attempt to destroy. Very nice. Turn that into one of those. So basically... Oh, frick. This thing here. Oh, it's giving me a 3. 2 of them! It gave me a free one. Attempted destruction. A hole, it's gonna destroy that thing. Of course it did. Yeah, bing. Bing. There we go. Destroy the hole. There we go. And there goes that. What? Oh, it's fine. Wave 11. Masquerade's not gonna do anything. Go. Don't put it on the 3 shit. Here, move you here. Don't, it's gonna destroy itself. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi, Milo. Just like Chips interrupts with his cat, I'm being interrupted by mine. Say hi to Milo. This is my little buddy. This is Milo. Say hi to the buddy. Hi, buddy. Welcome to stream, little buddy. Yours a good buddy. Goodbye, small boy. Alright. Back to whatever madness that was going on. And okay, there we go. So now it's gonna do a thing. And I was somehow able shark. Oh, so that's just not gonna kill. Ever. Okay, pickaxe. On trigger, destroy an adjacent token with a destroyed ability. Hold on. They don't have destroy abilities. This will just fix the hole. But the hole is the only thing dealing damage at the moment, so I can't really do that. I will definitely take the hotel room. I'm never gonna use it, but I'll take it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, sure, there might be a whole lot less dudes on board. But it does not really matter. There we go. Put the 3 here, infuse that. There we go. Wave 13. Trigger the appear and destroy it effects of the new token 4 times and then destroy it. Destroy an adjacent token to create beer. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, buddy. I ain't gonna do that. Alright, there we go. Because most of the time, these are gonna target the dudes on the outside. Which is nice. And it's not gonna target them now. Let's go. And there we go. Okay. That is bad. These guys suck. Thing. Transform. There we go. Things is just going to destroy itself. Do those. It's going to hit the 3 because of course it does. Okay, there we go. Okay. Dang it, man. That's all of my work. That's going to destroy itself. I'm going to hit the 3 here. There we go. Telephone. If they're less than attack... no. No. Skip. Don't put it here. Okay. That's a little bit better. Don't... Okay. That's better. Frick. First thing I'm gonna do is freaking do this. Because it's gonna destroy the 3, guaranteeing it. Freaking knew it. It's gonna do a thing, destroy the 3. Yeah, freaking knew it. It always does that. Okay. Shit. Well, there goes that idea. Shirk. Because that has to arrive there. Perfect. Got it. So just flood the board with these things. Then put this here, put this away, put it down here. Wave 15, it's gonna give, hey Ditto, welcome in. It's gonna give me, cannot be, okay, we got a statue that cannot be destroyed. I will take the statue. Attack 20 to all enemies. Honestly, all of these suck in comparison to this now. All I need to do is get a thing here, shit. Here. It's gonna destroy the freaking tower, no! God damn it. Why is it so far away? Okay, fuse these together to get the tower. The boss is here. Okay. Never mind. Give me a 3. And now give me a hole. It's 2. It's going to deal 10 to that thing. Shit. Hole attacks that. They're both going to hit me now. Frick. Place a hole here, deals a decent bit of damage. That's game. Alright, let's retry this. Because as much as destruction is a really good tactic with that one, I couldn't do anything. I'll take Skull. Skull is good. Essentially, all I need to do is get things that can destroy these. In other words, I'm doing the exact same build as last time. Wave 2. And we got a hole. That's game. Okay, sick. Yeah, so we now do not need anything else. This is it. What does this do? Destroy an adjacent tile, okay. Let's turn all of these into these, destroy that, make 2 more. Place this thing, destroy that. Place this, destroy that, create 2 more. Fuse and destroy, make another one. Fuse, place another 3. Okay. I'll play Penguin. I was playing Diablo 3 with my Crusader named Le Poisson. I named him Steve. I called him Steve. Okay. So, sets the attack of the token to 6. Okay. That's interesting. Destroyed, created, and destroyed. I'm gonna create a copy of itself. Fun. Okay, so 4, destroy that, make 2 more. Fuse this, and then play this, destroy that, create 2 more. Just few these. Highest wave? I think 18. Which isn't very much, but considering it ramps up from like 5, 6, like 50 damage, 50 health, to hundreds from after 15, it gets kind of whack. What do bananas do? Buff token by 2 attack. Has 2 for each banana. Nah. I will take the luggage since it has a destroyed ability, which is nice. Luggage. Attempt. Destroys the luggage. Oh yeah. That's awesome. Destroy the luggage, trigger that. Make number bigger is kind of your thing, and I have faith in you. Yeah, I mean, wave 5. At the end of turn, destroy a random token and recreate an exact copy of it. Bomb squad. Change your level 6 to dynamite. Okay. Okay, so, and 5 is on appear, destroy, and merge. 5, okay. Turn into a Penguino. Do this thing, turn into a Penguino. Fuse the Penguinos into luggage. This thing, destroy that, make 2 more. Did that, destroy that, deal some more, create even more of them. This thing to this, just in case. Then once I make this thing the bomb, turn this thing into this, trigger that. That into luggage, and now I'm sad. Fuse those. It's gonna kill the penguin. That kinda sucks. Because now I'm gonna fuse those, take this thing, fuse it with this, fuse this here, fuse it with the penguin, fuse it with the luggage. We have 6. Let's see what we got. Oh. Factory. That's decent. It will replace luggage, which I don't really need, but I will 100%. And now we have a bomb. Which does not do very much. So let's go back and see if we can do something fun. Standard. Let's do chill. Yeah, let's do chill on Blackboard. When I finally beat Gold Stake, I'll give you credit. Okay. Okay. So, we can take an early gamble. Bus Stop's passive is at end of turn attack for 0, which normally does nothing. Except when I have a whole bunch of other things that say passive effects have increased damage. So this could be good in the later round and later runs, which I will 10,000,000% take. And this is probably the best instance that we can probably do for damage. There we go. Wave 2, let's see what we get. Trident. After 4, destroy, attack for 5. Passive. When this consumes, create an exact copy of the consumable 2 times and exhaust. Okay. Reroll that. Oh, right, I take damage for rerolls in this one. Skip that. Do a thing here. So now we make bus stops. Fused. Doesn't do anything on fuse. Doesn't do anything on fuse. Create. Wave 3. Let's see what we get. A golden hole? Okay. Destroy the adjacent ones with destroy abilities. It doesn't deal any damage. I'll reroll once. Skull. No, I'll reroll one more time. Appear and merge, I will take. There we go. Now I'm gonna use this here, put this thing here, use this, and put this here. Alright, wave 4. No. Let's reroll once. School. Whenever that attacks your adjacent hospital, your adjacent tokens cannot be destroyed. Consume a consumable now. No, actually, I will skip that. Create one of these, fuse it to deal 2 damage, and put one here. Put one here, fuse them together, make another stop sign. Hand. Fuse the hand. Put down the hand. Fuse together to do a thing. Put down the glove. Fuse the glove again. Okay, let's see what we get. Your tokens with passive effects have +3 attack. I got it. I got landmark. Reroll once. One more time. That's it. So now all of these are attacking for 3 at end step. Or in other words, everything I've done is worth it. Wave 6. Hotel Rabbits. Reroll. Taxi. Passive. At the end, attack for 7 twice. Exhaust. Adjacent tokens with appear effects have +4 attacks. That's not appear, that is a passive. Buff the current set of tokens by appear. So when you do diamond... No, reroll that. No... I'll take the tower, because the more of those I can get on field, the better. So essentially I can use all of this time to set up, because the entire board is not surviving that. This is adjacent, so I'll move this over here. It's 6 that it's at. That's annoying. Still something, though. Reroll that. One more. Anchor. End of stand. Destroy something. Make some beer. Vampire? Nah. 4, 5, and there it is. Now these 2 slots are going to be buffed. Let's put a 2 here. And there we go. So these now attack for 7. And I am now going to start causing havoc with this. Alien. Nah, roll that. And skip that. Okay. Okay. Fuse these into one of these. Fuse them together. Wave 9. Reroll lot. Cannot be destroyed after 8 passive attacks. Attack 10 to all. That's nice. Looks like statue is going to be the one I'm really going after now. In other words, I need... Actually, no, I think I'm just going to stay with these. They're pretty good, actually. There we go. Okay, so shit. Umbrella. Whenever one of your tokens is destroyed, it triggers a peer effect 4 times. Laundry Day. Change your level 5 to an upgraded basket. Your baskets trigger the peer effects of all tokens on board. Doesn't do anything. Garlic. Your tokens with destroyed effects have 10 extra attack. That doesn't do anything. Whenever one of your tokens... Okay, skip that. UFO. Whenever an adjacent token is destroyed with a destroyed effect, recreate an exact copy of it twice. Reroll. 4. Passive. If at end of turn, attack +8 and exhaust. Awakes after consumes. That's a no. Reroll one more time. Crystal Ball. Buff all tokens with a destroyed effect and in your set by 6. For... Oof, that's good, but I'm gonna skip that. Yup. That is exactly what I like to see. There we go. And everything that isn't getting buffed by the towers, I'm going to end up fusing together with other things. And wave 11. Sloth. Your strawberry buff +2 more. Reroll once. Crane. At end of the turn, destroy the lowest adjacent token and attack for 13. That's a no. These things do just wipe. Heavy. Freaking obscene damage to the board. Ah, this is gonna be fun. Crane sounds like a bad time. Hey, look, here it is again. Bomb. No. Reroll that. Mobile phone. Up here. Trigger adjacent passive attacks taking that. Wait, that's on a pier? Oh boy. Okay, fusing that to a 5, fusing that into one of those. There we go. Very nice. And now I can start getting down these. Again, I can get down these two over here. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Invader. Trigger all lower level tokens on the board with destroyed effects twice. Reroll that once. When an adjacent token appears, it consumes the last thing this token skipped. I am not doing that. Okay, here we go. Shirk, okay. Deals some pretty nice damage, which is incredibly notable. And every time I end up turning into the cell phone, they end up triggering their own ability. Most things will die. Attack 8, then buff the cube by 8, equal to damage dealt. Okay. Ah, skip that. I think we're good here. Bing, 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 bing. Fun. Okay, put this thing here, this thing here. Here we go. Wiping the board again. And then triggering both of their attacks. Shark thing got melted. Yeah. Sharks tend to do that. Especially when I have all of these towers everywhere, buffing everything I do. Getting dealt 7 over and over again is not fun. Yeah, no, I think I'm good without that. So I'm just gonna fuse these here, this here, and these. There we go. This here, triggered to one of those. Okay, here we go. Okay, boss ain't here yet. It deals so much damage at end step, it's so funny. Hey look, there's the boss. Say hi, boss. Bing, 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 bing. It's gonna deal 11 damage, okay. And that's the boss. I couldn't even set up my board. Yippee! We did a thing! What? I can't even go to frickin'... What do you mean I couldn't go to frickin'... Okay, let's do Golden Ticket. Symmetry of Doom is almost complete. Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that one. All tokens are upgraded, and the shop cannot be rerolled. I'm taking the brush. It didn't have an endless mode for that specific one for some reason, which I find hilarious. Though, I mean, the brush in and of itself is a really powerful card. Until we get something worth fusing at 3? Notepad. Buff adjacent level 1 tokens by 4, then create a level 1 token on each adjacent space. Fine. That's on up here. Okay. Got it. So I'm going to flood the board with whatever the 1 happens to be. The game must have feared your potential. Not surprised. 1, bike. Attack 1 4 times, exhausted if not in a corner. Okay. I will 100% take the bike, because that is scary. It's also really funny. I will 110% take a 4. Oh, frick. It literally can't attack. In other words, the one thing that is literally the worst thing that could have possibly happened. I got the worst one I could have possibly gotten. Oh well. Create 6 strawberries for each attack. For each one that doesn't fit, attack for its buff value. Okay. I'll take that. That's on destroy, frick. Oh my god, I'm freaking throwing. So incredibly hard. Oh, do I not have damage? Oh no. Well, looks like we're retrying this one. We didn't have damage. And bike sucks, looks like we're... going to... skip this. Wave 1 done, gone to wave 2. Let's see what we get. We got wrench. Destroy all adjacent level 1 tokens. Passive. Whenever a token is destroyed, craft whiskey. And whiskey gives things multi-strike. That's fun. I like that a lot. Yep. Gives 2 multi-strike. Huh, Swan. If it is 4 or more attack 0 to all enemies and level up twice. Create 2 of each consumable. No. Okay, 6. So let's put this here. This here. Fuse this. This. There we go. Oh, okay. So this gives 24 multi-strike. That is actually insane. Okay, on destroy, buff the queued token by 5, and then create it twice. Candle 1. Trumpet has increased attack, has increased multi-strike for each adjacent level 1. So it attacks multiple times based on the amount of the level 1s are nearby. Interesting. Fun. Oh man. Destroyed, and all of them give buffs to the freaking 68 multi-strike. Honestly, I dislike the way that these are aligned, but it'll do. Wave 5. 6s. Now straw rebuff is increased. No. Clown. Destroyed, attack for 12 and repeat with half the damage. That's T. If the queued token is an attack, create it twice, otherwise level it up once. No, skip that. Multi-strike a few more times. There we go. And destroys both of those, and goodbye. And I don't have anything good at 5, so... That's 6 and 7. Create 2 juice boxes, and adjacent appear effects twice more. Has no effect if not on a corner. Whatever you create or craft, do twice that. No. Multi-strike a decent bit of times there. Okay, sick. I'm gonna create one of these. Hit though, hit that. Then turn that into a clam, destroying all 3 of these. There we go. And now this thing is now at 168 multi-strike. Honestly, I just want to see how big this thing, I can get this thing. Because there is no way to get anything else adjacent anymore. So there is but one thing that I want to try. Get a 1 here, a 1 here. Wait, what? Oh, the wave ended. Okay. Give each subsequent attack by the same token plus 2 damage. Okay, so the crab is actually pretty good. So essentially, if and when I go ahead and do funny thing with numbers, I'm just gonna destroy the 1, and destroying the 1 actually helps out my builds though. And there that goes. But still, that's helping me. Because of reasons. There we go. And now we fuse these 2 into a trumpet, destroy the trumpet, put down 1 here, then another 1 here. Then put down this 3 here, down the trumpet, down the 3, and this. It's now wave 8. Okay, we got a 3. If the queued token has an attack, create it twice. Otherwise, level it up twice. So, trumpet has an attack. So I'll take the paddle. Ah, frick. Oh, I'm gonna fuse these here. It's gonna kill it. Sad. Now it's gonna multi-strike a few times and kill itself because of reasons. And now we destroy that, and now this thing is up to 284 as a multi-strike. Wave 8, wave 9, and now we got an 8, a 6, and a 2. Your level 1 trigger twice. That literally does nothing. Okay, but now we are going to multi-strike and wipe all of you. And there it is. It's now up to 355. And now we land a few multi-strikes. Okay, and not only that, but now this is also one of these, which is nice. Okay, wipe that. Then kill that. Turn you into a 5, turn you into a 5, that's wave 10. Your tokens with destroyed abilities have increased damage, that's literally none of them. And Horn, create at 5, on destroy, create a kiwi fruit, and then hold, destroy an adjacent, no. Does not do anything here for me, which is not ideal. And multi-strike a few times, because each one of these adds 2 to these attacks, which is awesome, by the way. And creates a decent bit of 1s, which all do some damage. And that is more multi-strikers, so that's just gonna deal an obscene amount of damage again, so let's put one here. Fuse these together, turn that into one of those, there we go. And then we put this here, then multi-strike it a whole bunch, and that's going to kill itself, so it's kind of sad. And multi-strike a few times, and every single time it's going to be buffing itself, which is awesome. And now I drag this away to put a 1 here. Okay, never mind. So I'm instead going to be putting this here. And it's going to wipe all of them out, killing itself in the process. It's going to wipe all of them out, killing itself in the process. Okay, so I will, in fact, in this exact case, fuse. Okay, re-trigger the number 1s on board twice, doesn't do anything. Make some beer, which makes things attack really, really strongly. And kiwi, no. Thank you. There it goes. Go. So it's gonna make another one of those dudes, and I'm gonna freaking annihilate the frick out of you guys. Then fuse you guys out of here, give me one of these, and then I'm gonna wipe the floor with all of them again. Create another one of these, and it destroyed the one, which I'm kind of sad about, so I'm gonna put another one in its place. Craft you. There we go, and now it's being double striked again. Let's go. Let's freaking go. And there we go. That's another instance of extra damage because of reasons. And this has all damage reduced by 3. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. That's what I would have said if I wasn't a freaking moron. Whole, no. Whale, no. Whale. At 7? Nah. I'm gonna stay at 6, though, for a while. That's another 5. Craft these two together to make one of those. Make a few more of these. Craft these together to make a bit more of these. Craft these together to make a bit more of these. Then craft these together to make a bit more of those. Craft these together, make a bit more of those. Does not matter. Craft these together, then craft this. Hold on. There it is. And then craft these together, and now I have a 5. There we go. Then I'm gonna place this trumpet over here, move the trumpet, put down a 1. I'm gonna take a damage from that, and now I'm going to wreck everything. Let's destroy this in the 1 here. Ground this here, move the trumpet over here, there's a thing. Now move this here, there we go. Freaking annihilate everything in sight, because why not? Okay, I'm gonna put down a thing here. I'm gonna move it to a trumpet, and then trumpet this. Show 1s, and then trumpet those. Let's go. And all of these are 8s. All of your tokens have 4 more attack. I'll take that because I don't have an 8 at this exact moment. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter in all reality, so. And wiped. Because normally, that would be really, really hard to deal with. Except for me. Especially with all 4 of these crabs currently on board, so. That into there, making a decent bit of 1s, put a 1 down here, and on top of that, it's being multi-strike, and every single multi-strike is being dealt, is increasing its own damage by 2. So, pretty freaking nice, if I do say so myself. And there it is. That is that. Wave 14. Whenever a token consumes a consumable other than whiskey or cocktail, craft both of them. No. I'm good, man. I think I'm good. And there it is. Honestly, I want to see how big this number can really get. And that's going to hit me for 1. Does not matter, because I'm going to absurdly destroy you guys. There's that. That was perfect positioning as well. It's really bad luck. There it is. Dang it. I want to have there always be a 1 in that exact position. Which gives me a 1, which I can put the 1 here, put this down, it's still a 1. Move this over here, put down a 1 here, it's still a 1. Wave 15. Geometric sequence, a multi-launch rocket system. School. Whenever it enters attacks, create 2 strawberries. No. Alright, we got the trumpet. So now, do is move this up here, and now we have even more of these, which is awesome. Craft these together to do a thing here. And now I'm going to craft these together, so now I'm guaranteed to hit the thing. Do a thing, and I crafted it into the freaking... Dang it. Oh wait, this is the end of the run. Aww. Yeah, because that's it. Oh, he's gonna hit me for one. Never mind. One here. Move this up here. This over here. And trumpet. Okay, move this up. There we go. And then move this over here to create a few trumpets so it can deal obscene amounts of damage. Move the thing, do a trumpet thing. Okay, then move this over here. That over there. Now I can place a trumpet. Move the trumpet up to create some ones. And then trumpet again. Destroyed. And there's one more. What does the whale do? Whenever you craft or create, do it twice. Okay, well, there's that. Oh, wait, I'm low on health. Let's just kill it. That didn't work. Oh, no. You know, I think it's time we use this 408 multi-strike. And we're killing it? Never mind. I literally couldn't. Oh my god. Last second, and I couldn't do it. Man. Well, I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, do all of the things down below. Because we have the sub goal right here, and if you, and we have 161 now. We are 89 away from Subnautica. I'm scared. And on top of that, we have another item to add to this list. At 1,000, we are doing the Return of the Ancients mod for Subnautica. And I think we should change this out of your choice, because that is Subnautica. Sub-zero, or below zero, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to put it in as below zero. As below zero. So, I hope you guys stick around for those, and sometime in the next few weeks we're going to be doing a game we haven't done in quite some time, with a little bit of something fun at the end. And I'll see you guys, and I'll see you guys at the next stream.